Hello, and welcome to Yeti Academy. When working on projects in both the classroom and on the job, we understand that teamwork is a big part of any success. Teamwork enables students to offer their ideas and come to conclusions together. Students not only learn by working through the team project, but they also learn by explaining their ideas to other students who might think differently. Yeti Academy recognizes this and offers students the unique ability to work in teams within a classroom setting. To set up teams for your students, first select the Classes tab from your dashboard. Then select the classroom that you'd like to set up teams for. Now go ahead and select the Settings tab. From here, you can select the Teams sub-tab. So now you can create your teams. Go ahead and press this Add Teams button to get started. You can have as many teams as you'd like. Go ahead and name your team. I'm going to call mine the Penguins. When you're finished, go ahead and hit Create. Now that you've got your team, it's time to add students. To do this, select the Add Team Members button. Here, you can search and add students to your team. I'm going to go ahead and add in half my class. When I'm done, I'll hit Assign. Now, you may notice that you can add roles. Roles are a great tool for honing your students' delegation skills in a project and encouraging them to take on new tasks and learn new skills. In this next step, we'll go over what some of these roles include. To assign roles to a team member, select the Assign Roles button. Now, go ahead and search and add a student the same way that you added them to your team. However, instead of adding them to your team, you'll be picking students to assign a particular role to. Please note that you can assign multiple students to the same role and have as many of the same role as you'd like. So go ahead and you're going to search for your team member. I am going to search for Virgil Test and then select. Now, when you select a student, you'll be asked to select a role from this drop-down menu here. Let's go over what some of these roles mean. Selecting Undefined will remove a student's role if you've set one up already. A team lead directs, delegates, and provides leadership to team members. A subject matter expert has a high level of understanding or knowledge about a certain topic. A beta tester tries out the product or system to check for potential problems. A timekeeper keeps track of time or deadlines to keep the team functioning smoothly. A note taker records information from and for the group. A scheduler determines the order that tasks should be completed and the amount of time allotted for completion. An instructor defined is a useful role if you have a sample account for yourself as a teacher in the classroom. I'm going to go ahead and assign this student the role of beta tester. When you've made your selection, hit Assign. Now, you'll see that the student in your team has been given that role. Here, you can also view the first and last names, the last time logged in, the number of experience points, and the date joined of each student. Once you've got your team set up, you can add or subtract points. This can be useful if you're keeping track of who's being noisy and disruptive in the classroom or who's working diligently. To add or subtract points, you can select the plus button or minus button next to your team name. We'll go ahead and award this team 10 points just for being a great example of how to add a team. You can also edit or delete your teams by selecting the pencil or the trash icon respectively next to your team name. You can remove students from teams by selecting the red X next to their name. Please note that this will not delete the student from your class or from Yeti Academy, just from the team itself. Now, let's go ahead and log in as Virgil Test and see what a student sees. Going back to my Students tab and selecting the checkbox next to the student I'd like to log in as, I'll select Login As from the menu on the right. Now, other than this announcement, a student will view their team by selecting the crown icon. On the left-hand side, they'll see the leaderboard. On the right-hand side, they'll see their team. Once the student will hover over their name, they can go ahead and see their role highlighted in yellow. Should you have any more questions about Teams or any other area of the program, go ahead and check out our Solution Center that I've included in the description down below. Our Solution Center is always growing to better suit your needs and answer any questions you may have. You can always check out the rest of our YouTube channel for plenty of helpful videos to guide you along. If you find that you're still confused, you can always reach out to support via the chat or by emailing us at support@yetiacademy.com. We hope you have a great time exploring the world of STEM education with your students.